Excuse me. Everyone has their thing, and within those things are sub-things, then sub-things within those things. What I mean is there's a thing for everyone, so never give up on the search for the right keyboard. Just like Taurus never gives up on Cliff.
Cliff, where are you?
Hey.
Oh, Cliff, I thought I lost you.
Nope, I was just over out there out of frame. Anyway, the point is, there's a set out there somewhere for you, just waiting for you to push its buttons. Speaking of pushing buttons, check out our Don't Push My Buttons t-shirt in our store and grab yourself some merch. If you haven't already guessed, today we're talking about different keyboard types and why you might choose each one. Here at PMK, we focus on 7 types of boards: full, TKL, 60%, 40%, ISO, ergodox, and ortholinear. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you're in the right place. Let's take the deep dive. Full boards are exactly what you think they'd be. Full keyboards. Well, dadgummit, I love me a full keyboard. They got everything you need right there in front of you.
Cliff, this is why we're friends. I love them too.
Full keyboards are the kings of mechanical keyboards. They got the alphabet, they got numbers, they got function keys, there's 10 key lists, punctuation symbols, home keys, volume keys, and that's about it. Okay. Basically, you name it, this behemoth has it. So if you want a down and dirty, workhorse type of board, this full keyboard is the type for you. Now, if you want all the benefits of a full keyboard, but you don't do math like your boy, a TKL board might be right up your alley. TKL, or as its scientific name suggests, 10 keyless, is a full board without the number pad. These are great if you're stuck working in a cramped workspace, or you just don't use a 10 key. The 60% board, TKL's sexy cousin. Ooh. Trust me, if you've seen Mechanical Keyboard subreddit, you've seen these bad boys. Technically speaking, it's called 60% because they contain 60% of the keys that a full board would have.
Manny, why the f*** would you take my keys away? Huh?
Tony, calm down. Much like a TKL board, you don't have the number pad, but you also don't have the F-row. Some 60% boards don't even have arrow keys.
What? Oh, now you f***ing done it, Manny. Now you really f***ing done it this time.
Now, if you're really on that trendy, minimalistic kick, the 40% board might be exactly what you're looking for. These keyboards are just too adorable to pass up. This board is stripped down to the absolute functional minimum. The entire number row is gone, and many of the keys are shrunk to fit the compact frame. But hey, when something looks this good, sacrifices are always worth it. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Moving on to the mechanical keyboard's proper counterpart, the ISO board, I clearly am not the panda to be asking about this, but I think I've got just the guy. He's a real hoot.
Top of the morning to you. If you come from across the pond like myself, you'll definitely want to consider an ISO board. These boards have an extra key necessary for many European countries. Most notably, we've got the bloody huge enter key. So big, it takes up space on 2 rows, much like your American trucks. Another difference is the right alt key is replaced with this key, which gives you access to accent symbols used in the European languages. Otherwise, an ISO board isn't too much different than many other mechanical keyboards. Well, I'm off to the pub.
Hey, thanks, Colin. That was bloody fantastic. This brings us to our last 2 keyboard types, ergodox and ortholinear. As its name suggests, an ergodox board is designed with ergonomics in mind. Instead of man adapting to machine, with an ergodox board, machine adapts to man. With this board, it looks like it was made for your hands. Last, but certainly not least, we've got the ortholinear. These perfectly spaced, delicious chocolate bars of keyboards are one of a kind. The big difference here is that instead of a traditional keyboard where all the keys are staggered, keys on an ortholinear board are aligned in vertical columns. Some suggest that a layout like this is more ergonomical, but who really knows? That's all personal preference. What we do know is that this board takes organization to a whole new level. Well, that's all for keyboard types. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel, Follow us on Instagram and Facebook and keep up with our weekly content. Take a poll. If 60% keyboard is your favorite, raise your hands.
Manny,
Nope, not
that
funny.
was not funny.
Not funny at all. Nope, Manny.